Hello and welcome to the Offhand Tales podcast. I'm Terry.
I am David.
And I'm Jordan.
Okay, guys, episode 3. So, what do we remember from our previous 2 episodes? Jordan.
Well, I remember the Nesbitt sisters, and so they Meg came and she was like, "Blaze hit me."
Blade
hit me. Sorry, Blaze. I don't give a fuck. And then I'm just not looking at anything, Terry. I'm just looking in the sky. And then the Meg, and then they were like, and then Bethany pulled out a Glock and she was like, "Let's do this shit." And they walked out. They walked to the elevator. They go down, talking. Oh, Meg's crying on Bethany's shoulder, I think. Then they go to the car. There's another gun in the glove compartment, and Meg picks it out. And then Jimmy G's shows up before they drive out of the thingy, the garage. Parking garage, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Something in my mouth.
It's called your tongue.
And then that's episode 1, and then episode 2.
Dave, episode 2.
Episode 2. All right. What happened in episode 2? Well, they finally threw Jimmy G off the hood. He screamed, "You are mine. I will never forget you. We are always like connected." He's got road rash. We finally introduced the new character, Lucky, and his brother, in his cool little fancy penthouse apartment. We also introduced Ruby,
Yeah.
Ruby, and
What characters?
And who's she?
she is the wife of Lucky.
Lucky, yes.
And cliffhanger, we don't know what caused the huge explosion outside Lucky's apartment.
Hey, David, how do you feel about your speaking?
It goes from good to he's a 4-year-old.
It just makes me laugh.
Does he need a special teacher?
Yes, I do.
Do you need a speech teacher?
Yes, I do.
Speecher?
Speecher?
And
that's
that's pretty much it. That wraps up episode 2.
All right, Jordan.
You get to start again.
I'm tired of starting.
Let's find what we need to have in this episode. What do we need to sneak in?
Oh, yeah. Look at you, Terry.
Terry remembers stuff.
Yes.
Because I definitely did.
Terry gets to pick where you stop now. Because I picked last time. So, wow, congratulations. This is a huge honor.
Yeah.
Only the best.
I need to stop playing with this piece of paper.
All right. How do you want to stop?
Stop.
Ooh.
Burn something. Oh, well, that can... All right.
What's it?
Burn something.
With the huge explosion that's already
Burn
out.
bridges, baby.
Oh, we're going to burn a lot of bridges in this podcast. Not this particular one, but probably over the course of our lives of podcasts.
My entire life is just on fire.
What you doing, Terry?
Hey, what are you doing?
My life is on fire, too.
My groin is on fire.
My life is in particularly flames as we speak.
My life is fucking lit,
Yeah,
bruh.
you have a great life.
Fuck yeah, I did. All right. Terry is currently taking a picture of us.
Yeah, I guess he wants to get...
throw up the Tunchi.
The Tunchi?
Tunchi, isn't it?
I thought it was Deuces.
I thought it was
Tunchi? I remember...
you did. I don't know. That was like.
That's Lil Wayne, man.
Yeah, oh god.
Lil Wayne. He's dead, right?
Lollipop.
Here's some Little Caesars.
No. Well.
Little Wayne. Excuse me. Still have my cough.
I do have some topics we can talk about, by the way.
That is good, but sadly, you have to start again.
I know. So much fun. All right, should we start?
You're the starter.
Yeah.
Want to count down, David?
Yes. 6, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Here I go.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know what? I started the conversation last time. You start the conversation.
Oh gosh, I start the conversation. Well, let me think about what we should talk about.
Oh, that poo-tang you get, girl.
Oh yeah. Now let's continue our conversation about David Lynch that we had to. No, let's not talk about him again. But we said that we would continue. But okay, hold on. I just got informed from our producer that is a no good topic.
Our producer's a ball buster. I can tell you that.
I don't want to just talk about movies.
Fuck
That's the only
him.
reason.
Then let's get political. Let's get
Political?
Yes.
Let's get-
What is your opinion on Trump?
Wait. Let's get.
I've hated Donald Trump since I believe the late 80s.
Let's get physical. Sorry.
Yes, I got the okay for this one. Let's continue. All right. I don't care. I don't care for Trump. I don't care for the whole thing. I think it's kind of enjoyable watching him.
It is watching how he manipulates all these people.
Oh man, you guys are getting
But
real.
what's funny is he's not only manipulating people on the right, he's also manipulating people on the left. And people are just eating it up. But the thing is he's like a man-child, and he's just up and rambling for hours, and people are like, yeah, because in general, that's what we do. People ramble.
Like
we do in this podcast.
yes, we do. We're getting slightly better with honing it in a little bit.
I'm honing.
It's a very bad position from my standpoint, to where I really just don't care enough. Like I didn't vote. Yeah, I'm one of those people. But I honestly, I really don't have. I personally thought it was funny how everyone was gonna say like Hillary's gonna win, like, oh yeah, definitely, and then all of a sudden just he comes in and just
Yeah, I fell asleep and then
yeah,
Donald Trump won. I was like, all right.
I guess this is happening.
Yeah.
Well, the big
I was
problem
excited,
is
to be honest. I wanted to see what was going to happen.
Well, the biggest problem is that people were just like, it'll never happen. You can't.
Yeah.
When it's something like this and it's this important, you can't just go, well, that'll never happen.
I'll be honest. I think it shows of how much people didn't like Hillary.
Yes, I think that's exactly what it is.
Like if it would have been someone else, like who was like the Democrat side, they would have won easily. I 100%
I don't know
believe
about
that.
easily, but I think there's just so much baggage with the Clintons that just too many people were against them. Like you're saying, people. People are like sheep at times. You're all sheep. No, people can be like sheep at times, and because I know plenty of people that literally do not want to think for themselves, which astounds me. I don't care if somebody has a different opinion than me. Just make sure it's your own opinion.
Yeah.
Just because, and the thing with people reposting things on social media and all that, it's like, but what's your opinion? Yeah, like I just see people keep posting picture after picture after picture of stuff. It's like, okay, this is what somebody else come up with, but what can you say? And then you confront that person, and they don't say anything.
I really don't like.
They just rehash like Fox News stuff or CNN stuff or MSNBC stuff. It's like, but what's your opinion?
I really don't like people who follow other people. Like that's what pisses me off about like people who think they have political like topics to talk about like on social media and everything. They're just they're saying other things that they've heard from other people, and that really fucking annoys me. It's like, no, actually have form your own opinion, and then you fucking matter. Otherwise you don't matter to me.
Well,
and it just really pisses me off. 30 seconds for me.
This amazing thing for now called the internet, where you can go out and you can find it.
I've never heard of that.
It's this amazing little thing that people take for granted, like average people take for granted, because they're just like, oh, well, that's how I get my
Do your
email
research
from my mom, or this is how I get my Facebook, but they don't think that it's a giant well of information.
5 seconds for me.
I don't care if somebody
I'm
digs
done.
up something that will shit on my opinion about something. But if you research it and you look it up, don't just, I know I keep saying it, just don't regurgitate other people's thoughts.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I don't know much about politics when I picked that topic. Now, yep. The producer's angry. He didn't like that.
I just want to bring this topic up real quick because I think I brought this up to
real
David.
Real quick. Political opinions are just opinions.
Yeah, I completely
it's
agree.
It's all opinion until some silly fuck makes it a law.
It's just, again, I completely agree with what you said. I personally don't have enough knowledge or experience because I don't care enough to follow it. It's just what am I I do and don't, and I'm gonna like contradict myself kind of.
No, go ahead.
But the like, in my very weird negative opinion, it's just like, what can I do? I find it annoying to go out and riot on the street. That's just causing more chaos.
I just don't agree with protesting in general. Because the only reason I say that is because I don't want to offend anybody. Well, I don't really care. Is like protesters will protest about something, but then they'll get mad if someone else protests about something they don't agree with. It's like you can't be that fucking.
It's just a stupid fest.
Idiotic. Yes, it's like. You have to accept that other people are not going to agree with you, and they can protest just as much as you can.
The greatest protest I think that I've experienced in my life was the whole net neutrality thing.
That's the only thing I would ever protest about.
But I'm saying, like, there wasn't riots. People weren't doing that. People genuinely felt a strong opinion towards that, and they didn't do anything violent.
You're also very unlikely to change anybody's opinion if they have an opinion of something if you protest. It's just not gonna. It's hard to.
Well,
it actually just makes it worse for.
This is a very heavy episode.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I have friends that lean like to the right. I have family that like lean so far to the right, like you can't see them. They're so far down there. And I got left leaning friends too, and like I see the opinions on both sides, and I understand both sides, but I'm kind of in the middle with it. And it doesn't sit well with people. Like the whole time when, like, I was against Trump being elected, and then people kept saying, "Oh, well, Hillary this," I went, "Whatever." It's just I don't like Trump. I've never liked Trump. If you ever watch any interviews with him or know anything about him, ask anybody from New York City, and they will tell you he is a fucking scumbag. And he has fucked over so many people, and people are like, "Oh, he's a businessman." It's like. But the same people that he's fucked over in New York City are the same people and kinds of people in other states and counties and all that that are voting for him and will just like defend him. Oh well, that's New York City people. It's like, yeah, but they're the same people with the same jobs as you that he fucked over. The same people that live like you that he fucked over.
Did you guys hear about Oprah Winfrey saying she's going to run for president?
No, she said she's not.
Is she not?
No,
Good.
she said she's
good.
Not. She said it was ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous.
To kind of wrap up my opinion on this
whole. If he's still running.
To kind of wrap up my opinion on this thing is, if there's a good Republican, awesome. If there's a good Democrat, awesome. I will go either way.
I don't care. I mean, I lean more towards Republican just because of some of the ideals. But like, even they have some ideals. I'm like, well, that's fucking retarded. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I will.
Like, I just don't care. I just don't care enough. Like, I like politics. I like politics. I just don't care. Like, you can be from either side. But the problem with politics is, if you're on a Democrat, you're gonna say democratical shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna know what to say. If you're a Republican, you're gonna say Republican shit. Mm-hmm. You know what to say, so they're not really even speaking. They're not really even themselves. I think that's what some people attract. Why Donald Trump attracted some people, because he just said whatever he wanted to say.
Yeah, but the big problem is with both sides is it's just picking party over country.
Yeah, it's bad. I think the two-party system is not a good system.
The two parties are just completely corrupt. You got all the lobbyists and all that. So you get rid of all that shit.
Yeah.
And then you will see how much it.
I don't know how they can fix it. I'm not going to give my opinion on that because fuck it. I don't know.
I'm too stupid to tell you how to fix it. I just
but someone smart should come and fix it.
As dumb as me sees the problem and knows the problem, then there are people far more qualified than I am that can fix this.
All right, so you read your part from last week, and then we'll move on and
Alrighty.
keep talking.
I'm sorry, getting word in from our producer. He's giving me the thumbs up. I am getting a raise.
Yes!
Go ahead, Terry.
Ruby, 28, enters Lucky's apartment. I should say theirs, but yeah, we'll just go to Lucky's apartment.
By the way, this is from last week. The last line from last week.
Yes, this is the last chunk. I'm going to start again. Ruby, 28, enters Lucky's apartment. Honey, we need to be at the restaurant in an hour. Lucky smiles at his beautiful wife. Honey, you look amazing. She blushes. I love you so much. They kiss. Outside, an explosion blows out the windows behind them.
Lucky and Ruby awaken from the impact of the explosion and see their apartment burning from the fire of the explosion. Damn it. William lies on the ground to the left of them and is bleeding. Lucky rushes to his side and checks his pulse. William is dead. Lucky looks toward the sky and screams, "No! God damn it!" I'm gonna redo that. Screams, "No! God damn it!" He then goes to Ruby and checks on her. That's the end.
Oh boy, I was not expecting a death. I'll say
I bring that sad shit, yo.
He went gangster.
All right, the producer's saying we should move on from political stuff.
Yeah. So
Yes.
okay, David, you ready to go?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, bitch, go.
Oh boy.
All right. So I brought this up to him yesterday, and I couldn't remember who was the actor involved, but there's a new Clue movie they're making.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yes, it is Ryan Reynolds.
What's my thought on the original Clue?
Do you like it?
I love Clue.
Yep.
Yeah, he likes it too. I haven't seen
agree.
it. I want to see it.
I
It looks
Clue-
good.
Well, Clue is my favorite board game.
Yeah, it's
I
one of my favorite board games.
I currently own 3 different versions of Clue.
Well, we should play Clue live one day.
That would be boring.
No, not if you like video.
I'm into it.
Because there's a game we want to play too called Gloom.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is
there's a
called
there's a
Gloom.
card game. It's an improv card game
Okay.
called Gloom that we want to play live too one day. I guess we're just giving all the scoop right now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
But,
I can tell you that my son has stated that he wants to be on the podcast. So
Gee, I didn't know that.
He's definitely somebody that will want to be on.
Well,
for
fuck
that.
you, son.
Oh,
I'm your new brother, bitch.
No. We're gonna pump the brakes on that one. We're gonna put an end to that right now. Nah, he loves playing board games, so I think it would help to have at least a 4th person and 5th person maybe.
Whatever. Cool.
So, yeah. I hope to, have our little special episodes where we can drag some of our co-students in.
Yeah, sure. There's a couple
be
people I
fun.
want to drag in. There's so the new Clue movie. I mean, I'm interested. Ryan Reynolds is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
He's been in a couple things I didn't like, but I've always liked him in the things he's been in.
Have you seen Voices?
I haven't seen Voices.
Voices is really good.
I want to see it.
It's fantastic.
It
It's probably his best movie that I like. I mean, I like Deadpool. It's okay, but I mean, after the second time, I'm like, oh god, this is kind of boring actually.
Well, what's the first thing you had seen him in?
Oh man, God, he's been in so many things. Like I watched him when I was. I know it wasn't Green Lantern. That was definitely not the first one. I remember seeing The Proposal with him in it. That was cool because I was like, I almost saw the main actress naked, and I was like, that's awesome. Like when I was a kid.
Well, when you're a kid and you see a naked lady in a movie or
You're like,
picture,
oh man,
you're
gotta
like,
rub
oh,
one
wow.
out. I don't know what the first movie I saw him in. I mean, maybe what's that
I
movie
didn't
he's
say
in?
movie. I said first thing you saw him in.
I never saw him in a show or anything.
Oh.
Well, but the first movie I saw him in was where he was like a high school kid. He was fat, and then he got good looking and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that is called. I can't remember, but that was pretty good.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the name of it.
Anna Faris is in it too.
I think it had Amy Smart was in it.
I don't know who it is.
I think it's who. She was in a few things. She was in. I think she was in the Crank movies. I think she was in this too. The first thing I saw him in was Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, and then eventually they eliminated the pizza place and they just called it Two Guys and a Girl. Oddly enough, Nathan Fillion was in that.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, it's the
He's
first
not.
thing
He's
I
not.
seen
In,
him
he's
in.
not in enough things.
But the cool thing is Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern, but Nathan Fillion, I think at least twice, has been the voice of Green
He
Lantern
has.
in DC animated
He
movies.
has. He has indeed.
and was everybody's pick to be Hal Jordan. People wanted him to be Hal Jordan.
I could see him. I could see Chris Pine being Hal Jordan.
Yeah,
Which that was
definitely,
a rumor.
Definitely.
But he's not going to be Hal Jordan anymore because he's already in the DCEU. When are they going to get rid of the DCEU?
They're not.
They should.
It'll be fine.
They should.
It'll be fine.
I'm not going to go see any more movies.
I like the fact that they're going at it hard because
Really? You think
I
they
don't
are?
want them to. I don't want them to do what Marvel did because then they're just treading on. What
They're already
Marvel
doing
does.
that, though. I mean, they're
They
already
are,
doing
but
that.
They're not.
They should have just kept it. They should have not made it a universe. To be honest with you, in my opinion, because I mean, the Batman movies were okay. The Dark Knight's okay. The only good part.
Wait.
We and David had this conversation before.
Wait.
He loves Batman. I don't like Batman.
Did
but
you
the only
just say The Dark Knight was okay? That's one of the greatest crime movies.
40 seconds, David.
Holy shit!
The only good part about the Dark Knight is the Joker.
We may have a fist fight.
Is the Joker.
No.
David agrees with me.
I've overwatched it, and I at the time I completely agree that I really loved it. I love Heath Ledger. I love the story, but again, I'm to the point where I don't want to watch it anymore just because I've watched it so.
I go and watch
many
the Joker
times.
scenes all the time, but I do not enjoy the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Best comic
10 seconds.
movie is The Dark Knight.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
God no.
Dark Knight, then Winter Soldier.
I put Winter Soldier probably at number 1. 2 seconds, 1 second, done.
What's your issue with Batman?
He's just a boring character. I mean, he's
How's
just
he boring?
he's just a dumb character, dude. It's
How
like
is he
every
dumb?
other character. I don't
All right,
enjoy
all
the
right,
dark and grittiness of like everything I see with him. It's just so boring.
Batman is a character that made himself. He didn't get anything special. Nothing was handed to him.
Yeah, I know.
Everything that Batman is and does, he created. And he created that from
That kind of bores me though.
oh my god. It's how can you be in film and not like the Batman?
It's dumb.
It's everything that you need to make.
Honestly,
a movie.
I'd rather
It's
watch
all
the.
wrapped up in
I'd
Batman.
rather watch the campy Batman, '60s show rather
Well,
than.
that's another thing that's awesome about Batman. You can have all these different versions of Batman.
But the only version they do now is the dark and gritty, and you have to be super serious. I'm like, oh my god, you're so fucking dumb and boring. I'm sorry, I'm getting really angry now. It's like I just get so bored with the Batman character. He's so boring, just like Superman. It's fucking boring.
Superman, he's kind of a boring character.
Right back to DC, huh?
He's a tough. I think he's a tough character to write. I've thought about it. It's like,
Oh, he's a hard character,
he's
right?
a hard character to write and hard character to, But
The Flash is awesome though.
Flash is cool. Love the Flash, but to like really write a Superman story from me trying is he needs a real villain to fight.
Yeah.
That's why.
But the thing is the
that's why
only one he
Doomsday
can
was
fight.
good. At the
don't like
time
Doomsday.
when Doomsday showed up.
In the comic.
Just because.
No,
like,
the movie.
Superman. There is an animated movie,
No, I know, but
Well, it's based on the book.
yeah, I just like the fact that finally, it might have happened before, but he got his ass kicked. I thought that was cool.
It's happened a lot. I mean, with Darkseid and everything.
Also, The Dark Knight Returns, that comic story.
They didn't even keep him dead long though. Superman.
That's
probably how
shouldn't have
some
done it in the
comics,
first
though.
place.
They only did it. They did it for some reason. I can't remember.
They
I watched the
shouldn't have done it
documentary.
in the first place. It doesn't. I don't. That's my complaint about, and there should be others. But if you watch the extended cut, it actually irons out so many problems for Batman versus Superman. But the worst mistake they made was killing Superman because everybody knew they were just going to bring him back.
Yeah.
What was the point? And then, unfortunately, in Justice League, it was just like there's Superman, and there he's good. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, he did- he
everybody
did- he
knows.
just
It
kinda,
just comes back just like the snap of a finger. But
It wasn't meaningful.
no, like one of my favorite episodes of the Justice League Unlimited cartoon was when Superman was fighting Darkseid. And what was really cool about it was you see Superman smile and go, I don't have to hold back.
Yeah, I remember that. He was like, this is the first time I live in like a cardboard box. And he was like, this is like the first time I don't have to hold back. And he kicked his ass. That was cool.
All right, let's read this real quick.
Let's make it happen. What's going on with them
I'll read
crazy
my
Mets?
part. Lucky and Ruby awaken from the impact of the explosion and see their apartment burning from the fire. William lies on the ground to the left of them and is bleeding. Lucky rushes to his side and checks his pulse. William is dead. Lucky looks toward the sky and screams, "No! God damn it!" He then goes to Ruby and checks on her. Then David's part.
Ruby is fine. She's bleeding but stable. I had a little typo. Lucky was a field medic. So he was able to stop Ruby's bleeding. After carrying Ruby to safety, Lucky, sorry, I wrote that all wrong. Lucky decided to go check out where the bomb went off and saw someone in dark clothing near the bomb site. Lucky has always had the feeling that someone was following him, so Lucky started running as fast as he can toward the dark-clothed figure.
Can you fix that?
I am going to fix that.
Yeah. Before.
Yep. Lucky.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong about Batman.
That's fine. You have your opinion. I have my opinion.
You're
I like Marvel more. I like Marvel more. I don't like reading Marvel or DC comics as much anymore. I like reading the Image comics. I mean, Saga, Trees was good too.
To read Southern Bastards?
No, is that good?
Yeah.
I'm looking for more comics to
I would
read.
love to see a TV show of that.
We got Preacher. I didn't think we'd ever get Preacher.
I fixed my typos.
Oddly enough, Seth Rogen.
There's one more.
Is there?
William has always had a feeling that someone was following
Oh,
him.
yes, thank you.
I gotta say,
I love
it's
Seth
really weird
Rogen,
to
dude.
watch this just type up.
I
Yeah,
know.
no.
All right, Terry, now it's your
I
turn.
liked Seth Rogen when I saw him in Donnie Darko, and
Is he in Donnie Darko?
he's in Donnie Darko.
What?
And Freaks and Gigs is around the same time. Yeah, he's in Donnie Darko. He's one of the. He's one of the. That skinny kid that was in Phantom Planet. He's the singer for Phantom Planet. But him and his little group of tough guys in the school. Seth Rogen was one of his guys.
Okay.
I think he has a couple lines in it.
You ready?
3, 2, 1,
Take this.
go. What was the action that we have to do?
I did it.
Oh, you
I did it in the first line.
Oh,
Burn something.
okay.
What is my 2?
Yeah, I can't use my 2 just yet. So what?
Oh yeah, guys. By the way, I mean, I guess since you brought that up, I'll just mention that if you have the same thing that we pick out from the thing to do for an episode, and you have the same thing for your actual entire series that we picked out, you have to use it again.
Huh. Okay. Sounds good.
Because it doesn't count. Because yeah.
The what's a decent topic for me to pick out? What are some of the topics?
I talked about them all.
You talked about them all
Well,
already.
dude, what did you think about the Captain Marvel suit?
Oh, how I personally I would like to see just the original. I like the color. But
Hold on. The thing is, it's not gonna be her final outfit.
No?
I guarantee it. That's the Kree outfit, but she's gonna have her own outfit. I guarantee it. She's gonna get probably the end of the film.
Does not bother me. Again, if the movie's good,
I love it.
won't have any true complaints.
I love Brie Larson.
Man.
She was awesome in Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, yes, she was. Scott Pilgrim, one Edgar Wright directed it. He's awesome. I like the movie. I read the cool little comic/manga style versions that they had.
My favorite Edgar Wright film is still the End of the World or The World's End.
The World's End.
I love that film.
I like all his stuff. Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, you know what? No, maybe it's Shaun of the Dead. I love Shaun of the Dead too. That entire Cornetto trilogy.
I like Simon Pegg too.
Simon Pegg's great. I wish he was in more shit.
Yeah.
I hope him and Edgar Wright work together again.
Oh, they will. It's just what they do. And
Yeah, I wish he was in Baby Driver. That'd been cool.
I've watched
Somehow.
I've watched interviews when Baby Driver came out. Edgar Wright, he is such a film buff.
Yeah, he's a geek. Like
he
us.
he really is, and it's just fantastic. Just to anytime he does something or talks about something, you can just see
I didn't name those.
you can just see his like eyes glisten that he's just so excited to talk about it. And someday I wish I could be like that, to where people just start like the very minimum plot of a movie, and he's like, he gets it right away.
We did that with actors. Like
Yeah.
our friend Brendan, that we mentioned in the first episode about his art that he does for us. He was talking about one of our teachers, one of our faculty members that looked like an actor, and just by the description of what
we've picked out.
Yeah, we picked out two guys that looked a lot like him, and I picked out one guy that looked more like the guy he thought he was talking about.
And then he mentioned that he has a bigger gut, and then we both were like, "Oh,
the guy from Anchorman."
The dude from Anchorman.
But I can't remember his name. So now we just sound stupid.
Yeah, we do sound stupid, but we did get it. Please believe us.
Worst TV show you've ever seen?
Worst TV show I've ever watched. That would, man, worse. I don't usually
watch bad TV shows.
Yeah.
Arrow is probably the worst TV show I've ever watched.
Those got bad.
Crazy behind on those.
Yeah.
The new season of Flash is amazing.
Oh, man. My worst? Well, going back from, like, what I used to watch, actually, no. I will personally say Teen Titan Go. I really don't like that.
I refuse to watch that stupid shit.
I like the original. I like that a lot.
I don't think there's someone on Earth who does not like the original Teen Titans. That show's amazing.
Then I caught it on Cartoon Network when it was on TV, and I just was just tuning in and out. And even though I really don't like it, they had, again, a couple funny moments, but I just hate where they took the direction. Everything now is trying to be just this weird, like on Cartoon Network, everything's trying to be just that weird and that funny.
Well, let me make it
does not work.
Let me make it easier. I guess harder for you. What is the worst TV show you've watched more than one episode in?
More than one episode in.
Like full episode.
Oh boy. Man.
Because I don't know if I've even watched the TV show. I mean, I think Arrow is probably the worst one I've watched.
Nope. The Librarian.
Already done, by the way, Terry.
The Librarian. It was
Librarians or the Librarian?
They go on like this weird adventure.
That's Librarians.
Librarians, thank you. I like the main actor when they were told us when he was going to be in it. He was starring in Falling Skies. I actually liked that. That was actually decent to watch. He was going to be in it, and I was excited. So I watched.
The show is based on these 3 TV movies or 2 TV movies called The Librarian, and he was the star of them. And then in the first, the first episode, he was in, and it was just kind of like a passing on the torch to this group. And then season 2? He come in, or late season 1, he come in and became a regular cast member, I think.
After I watched the pilot, I was like, cool, I liked it, and then they kind of, again, like you said, they passed the torch, and I was like, well, I want him, he's really cool. And I watched the second episode, and I was like, I just can't do it. It's just, ugh.
I don't know if there's a show I've watched that's like, because I don't usually like watch bad shows.
Well, you can watch a bad show because I'm gonna give it a try, and then it's like.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've ever done that. I mean, like, oh, I don't like this.
No, I didn't. I just knew it was bad. Revolution.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends watching, and they're like, it's so good, and I just knew from the trailer the quality. I was just like, no, it's gonna be completely average. I did not even want to touch it.
I haven't seen a full episode of it, but I hate the Empire show. I hate it.
You hate the oddest things.
It's so stupid. So stupid.
The worst show I've seen in a while is Scandal. I don't get why people are so into it.
That show looks bad.
I don't get why
I don't like those
people are so
ABC shows, man.
I've watched many seasons of
ABC.
Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, same creator. Grey's Anatomy just got like crazy ridiculous. Like, you want to talk about melodrama? Oh my god!
My mom used to make me watch it every week with her.
So, I was like, I'll try Scandal out. Scandal is like, it's like foot to the floor, like campy as fuck, and people are just gobbling it up.
House of Cards, I will say, was probably the one that I.
You love House of Cards. We love House of Cards.
Yes, but
You see? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna say real quick. Did you see they cast two new lead actors?
really,
Yeah.
Diane
Lane's one of them.
when David Fincher left, it started losing its
David Lynch was only in
not
David Fincher.
David Fincher.
Yeah, sorry.
But
David
I'm
Fincher
saying-
only directed or was part of like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, he just kind of kicked off the show.
Yeah, but like the first 2 seasons, I personally loved, and then it slowly it just started losing its thing. Like it just, I don't know. I just stopped liking it. It was just like I was just kind of watching it because I watched it, and I finished, and I was just like, it just lost its fire. It just got kind of boring. I don't know. That's probably the worst one that I actually watched like all the way through.
Iron Fist. Totally forgot about Iron Fist. I completely forgot about Iron Fist. I watched that entire show. Fucking, oh my god. That
gotta
was
finish
so
that.
hard. It was so hard to watch.
I gotta finish that.
I remember I saw the Rotten Tomato score for it, and I was like, you know what? I still think it's gonna be good because I don't think these guys understand Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it.
But
I kept watching.
The worst thing you can do is go by reviews.
No, I didn't go by reviews. I didn't read any reviews.
You were like, oh, these guys gotta be wrong. But I'm just saying, in general, people with reviews, because like I used to like Siskel and Ebert, and when they would do their whole like thumbs up, thumbs down, and that, and for the longest time I agreed with Roger Ebert, and then after a while I'm like, what the fuck's he talking about? This is a great movie. So
I mean,
that's why I started
it's just that
learning, like,
it's just that film is so subjective.
yeah,
Like, you're gonna like something that someone else doesn't like.
film, TV shows. Like I hate reality shows.
Yeah, I hate them
It
too. I
doesn't-
hate them too.
they're
Yeah.
dull as fuck. Like there's a couple I watch, but there's a specific like if it like I listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave, and Comic Book Men is basically come from that podcast.
I love Comic Book Man.
Yeah, and originally started out with a podcast. Even though one of the people from the podcast isn't on it.
Is that really a reality show? I just don't consider that a reality show.
No,
Like I don't consider Pawn Stars a reality show.
I
They're
can.
they're reality.
I can see why they. Yeah, I can see why you
But
categorize them.
when I think of reality shows, I think of like the whole
Keeping up with
Jersey
Kardashians.
Shore,
Yeah.
It's-
like
it's all-
that stuff, and I just no.
like
I guess it
Pawn
does
Stars
count.
and stuff like that. Like I in Comic Book Men, where you kind of loosely learning something.
Mm.
I mean, do you like the people on it or not? And are you learning anything that is interesting to you? Like my dad loves American Pickers, and I know people that hate
good show.
that show,
It's a good show.
It is.
and I enjoy it. 'cause
They
just
came to my
goofy
neighborhood
little
one
things.
time.
I just used to watch it like when I was laying in bed in the morning, like when I was a
they
kid.
had like marathons.
Yeah, dude.
I'd watch it.
I
I
was
enjoyed
American
it.
Pickers,
Still
Pawn
do.
Stars. I love the History Channel. The History
Well,
Channel's great.
I've been to the Nashville store.
Really,
Yeah,
that's cool.
All right.
I had to go there because my dad was with us, and he wanted to go, and I'm like, hey, let's go. It was pretty cool. Got to see some of the things that I've seen them like after we were there, and then saw some stuff, and then the next season was on, and then it was them buying that stuff.
That's cool.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And then we went to Third Man Records, which was awesome.
Well, I think we should. What is your story, Terry?
No. Lucky and Ruby awaken from the impact
yeah.
of the explosion and see their apartment burning from the fire. William lies on the ground to the left of them and is bleeding. Lucky rushes to his side and checks his pulse. William is dead. Lucky looks to the sky and screams, "No! God damn it!" He then goes to Ruby and checks on her.
You should have done your other scream.
I can't.
That was
My
good.
voice hurts. My voice hurts, mate.
Ruby is fine. She's bleeding but stable. Lucky was a field medic, so he was able to stop Ruby's bleeding. After carrying Ruby to safety, Lucky decided to check out where the bomb went off and saw someone in dark clothing near the bomb site. Lucky always had this feeling that someone was following him, so Lucky started running as fast as he can toward the dark clothed figure.
Why'd you put so many ellipses in between?
I don't know.
Like names.
On the street below the explosion, Officer Martin noticed a dark clothed figure. "Stop!" he yells. The dark clothed figure pulled out a knife and threw it at Martin, killing him. I'm sorry. The clothed figure whispered. Lucky runs around.
Oh man, poor Martin.
What the fuck, dude?
Poor Martin.
What happened to this story?
Poor Martin. Oh man. Oh.
I got a shit.
Oh man. That's. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start in 3, 2,
Information we did not need.
1. Go.
Go. All right.
I'm gonna edit this out, but goddamn, I'm fucking tired.
So, all right. So we beat on TV shows enough.
Yep.
What
What about life in general?
I want to end
How's
it.
life going, David?
Oh, it's Murphy's Law.
You know what?
Murphy's Law.
How did our film go? How did our filming go when we said we were gonna film with the girl named Christiana?
We never.
Oh yeah.
We never mentioned her name.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we actually did. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you,
Said
Christiana.
our friend.
She's listening to this.
We're gonna respect her. But,
Oh shit! Did we never say her name?
No.
Oh, we may not have said her name.
Yeah.
Nah, Christiana, you have a cool name. We're saying it.
Yeah.
People love you.
That's right, Anna.
She's pretty cool. She's pretty nice.
You said she's the sweetest person you've ever met.
She's one of the sweetest people I've met. Which is nice when you meet somebody and it's like, God, you're not an asshole. Which, the big ragu he is. So.
Filming actually, it went pretty well. It was.
Did it?
No, not really. I personally, she didn't have a lot of time, so we sadly rushed it. So there was a mistake on the camera. One of the main cameras, camera A that we used, was not in focus. So we decided to rework the whole thing, and we're actually going to be filming today. She's kind enough to take time out of her.
As we're recording this.
Yeah. So I'm not, the way that this whole assignment is going is that I'm not really involved with the full shooting process. I'm just the I'm just the PA. I'll help set up lights, run wires.
You're the producer.
You're the producer.
Yeah, but I'm saying during the shoot, you're lighting and he's doing the shots.
Yeah, because we don't want your input because your input sucks dick.
I'm so terrible. But what were you going to say before we mentioned the film? You said.
Well, what's your earliest memory of what got you into wanting to do all this?
And all this.
Yeah.
My thought process. My father. He's been doing film for many years. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been doing it since he was like 13, 12.
I thought we were gonna have a thing going there, and it sounded really cool for a second.
And so he's been doing that forever, and here I am.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it. So I kind of just thought it was the norm, just being watching films, talking about films, doing all this. We've made two awesome. I personally really enjoy them. Two little home movies called Waste of Time 1 and Waste of Time 2. Mm-hmm. I will have to show them. They are really cool. I was really, really young. The editing was perfect because we didn't get enough shots. So he was editing and he made it work perfectly. And it's just incredible. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I just continued going throughout, and I personally never really thought about pursuing this at a college. Mm-hmm. And again, because it was just the norm, I just didn't really trigger in my head to actually go to school for this. And then finally, when I started going to the Art Institute for Game Art, I had to take an editing class, and we had to film something, and that's when my whole mindset kind of changed to where I'm like, oh, I really do have a passion for this. And I started having actual modeling classes that I hated. So I was like, I'm going to switch to film. But it's just the whole, I consider it an art. Mm-hmm. Some people won't. It's just a movie, but it's an art.
No, it's 100% an art.
It really is.
Even if it's what I would consider a shitty movie, it's still somebody else's art.
Yeah, I will bash on bad movies all the time. But again, from learning more about what goes into it, I will always have to appreciate a little bit the time and effort that has gone into it.
Oh, the people don't. When people complain, even let's just go back to the Last Jedi, and people complaining about that. When they're making a movie, they're really making it inside a jar.
Yeah.
They're not scouring the internet and going, "What are these people saying?" They're working crazy hours,
And I am done.
and they're just plugging away at it. Even some of the small stuff we do, it's so time consuming.
Really
And I
is.
don't think people get like exactly what somebody puts into something.
And like what
Unless they just don't put time into anything, and you can tell that sometimes.
Well, still they still put some time into it.
Yeah.
It's you can tell when somebody really puts time in it. Sometimes you can tell when somebody puts too much time into something.
One of the weird things that I've noticed, like going to this school, is when we watch something, like, and then we can criticize it all day long. But then when we go and do something and it's like bad, and then someone criticizes it, we get like some people get really defensive about that.
I don't get defensive, honestly, because I know it's not good.
Yeah, I'm
when-
learning.
When I first started, I was I didn't want any bad reviews on anything. I didn't want anybody to give me anything bad. It's not that I was like, I'm going to feel really sad about this. It's just that I didn't want it. But then I realized that you need that.
Yeah.
And it's just like in everyday life. It
makes it better.
You need some criticism, because if you walk through life, everybody's, raining sunshine down on you, you're not going to be prepared when shit goes wrong.
I don't know if we mentioned this in episode 1. I feel like we did, but I don't know. That's one of the problems I have with this school, is because some of the instructors, they kind of like don't give you constructive criticism. They'll kind of just be like, oh, okay, cool. But then they'll go into someone who just, like, their project was not, like, good, or I wouldn't say that. Like,
their
it's just
job's not to really critique what we have. It's them to teach us to do it.
yeah. But I feel like if you're a film instructor, they should critique you.
Well, they're looking at it on a technical level.
And we have to bring up a conversation. Okay, so is it okay? Like, technically, like, what would you change?
Because we don't ask anything about our story, because we completely understand that
I like our stories.
Yeah, we both like our stories, so that's not the issue. It's the issue of learning the whole process of getting the settings right in the camera, using lights in the correct way. That's the criticism we ask for, is what can we improve to make it look better.
Well, that all comes down to the right teacher.
Yeah.
We do have somebody.
Well, we have really good teachers.
Especially in film.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of teachers that
I love Sophia.
like they don't care about what the story is about. She cares about making sure that we, to our best ability.
I think film has a collective, as a collective of instructors, we have the best in the school. I feel like, at least for our program.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because we have Briscar. I mean, I won't mention all the names, but because I just don't want to put anyone's names out there. But the ones I'm talking about, they're all amazing.
Yeah.
There are a few ones, but
We have some that when you take class with them, it feels more like hangout time more than actual class.
It also depends
Which
on the
is-
students.
Which works, but you got to kind of.
I still enjoy those classes. In case you're listening.
I haven't had any of those classes in a while, but
I haven't either.
but no, you got to kind of ring it in some.
I also love Sivos.
Yeah.
I love his classes. Anyways, let's read this real quick.
Continue.
Continue, sir.
Lucky and Ruby awaken from the impact of the explosion and see their apartment burning from the fire. William lies on the ground to the left of them and is bleeding. Lucky rushes to his side and checks his pulse. William was dead. Lucky looks toward the sky and screams, "No! God damn it!" He then goes to Ruby and checks on her.
The scream just keeps getting
Voice
lower
hurts, man.
and just less motivated. It's no.
There's less enthusiasm for the no.
No, it's great.
It's like, no, why did I write this?
Ruby is fine. She's bleeding but stable. Lucky was a field medic, so he was able to stop Ruby's bleeding. After carrying Ruby to safety, Lucky decided to check out where the bomb went off and saw someone in dark clothing near the site of the bombing. Lucky always had this feeling that someone was following him, so Lucky started running as fast as he can toward the dark-clothed figure.
On the street below the explosion, Officer Martin noticed the dark-clothed figure. "Stop," he yells. The dark-clothed figure pulls out a knife and throws it at Martin, killing him.
R.I.P. Martin.
I'm sorry, the clothed figure whispers. Lucky runs around.
Dazed and confused from all the commotion, Lucky sees Officer Martin get killed. Oh, I was continuing from where Terry left off. Lucky runs around, dazed and confused from all the commotion. Lucky sees Officer Martin gets killed and watches as the dark-cloaked figure runs away. Bethany and Meg come up to Lucky and grab his arm, and Lucky turns around quickly, obviously on his toes from everything happening. Meg screams, "Lucky, what happened?" Lucky stands there confused with water slightly in his eyes.
Oh man, they can teleport.
They can teleport. They're already on their way.
Yeah, teleport.
It's just, I personally wasn't expecting them to just get there right away.
We don't know how far they were.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
Hey, this is where I took the story, bitch.
I'm sorry.
Go with it.
I'm sorry.
We're introducing way too many characters.
Producer says I have to shut up.
Producer is saying, let's get on with it.
All right. We're at 50 minutes now.
He's tapping his watch. All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
So in film and TV shows, for whatever reason, right now it just seems to be we need to do a remake. Have you seen the trailer for the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
No, I didn't even know if there was
What?
one.
Yeah, it looks fucking awful.
What is it? The new what?
Nightmare on Elm Street. It's called Nightmare.
Did not know
on
there
Elm.
was one.
Oh my god, does it look awful? It looks so fucking bad.
Really?
Like I didn't mind the Jackie Earl Haley one. Like this literally looks like a bunch of film students had a camera and knew somebody who could do makeup, and they're like, "Hey, let's do this."
You said Meryl Streep's in it?
No.
Oh,
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, Meryl Streep's doing a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Everybody, don't know if you knew that. Yeah, that looks really bad.
That's why I was like so confused when you first said it.
But like, I was watching a video on YouTube the other day, and I noticed that this one they were doing a review on the remake of The Blob, which I've always liked, and I like the original Blob. And they brought up a good point that the Blob, The Fly, and The Thing are all remakes, and how people run around screaming, "Oh, you can't do a remake! You can't do a remake!" I think if you do a remake of a movie that didn't do so well, maybe you could be like, all right, let's give us another try. Like the original Thing from Another World, I find unwatchable. It's really dull. It's so dull. And I know it could be, some people say, well, maybe it's just because it's from the 50s. No, it's just, I find it to be a dull movie. And then the original Blob, it goes by really quick. It's a campy, B movie. All the characters, it's like, all right, I guess that makes sense, and then the movie's over. The original Fly, it's cool. Like the ending of it. Did you ever see the original Fly?
No, was the original Fly the Cronenberg one?
No, that's a remake.
I didn't know it was a remake.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. The original, the ending of it, freaked me out as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, freaked me out as a kid. Like I literally had a nightmare about it. Like I woke up, I'm like, oh, the fly, and then, but like I'm not against remakes, but when you try to fuck with it,
Yeah, fuck with it good.
I fuck with it good.
Spacebar, spacebar, spacebar.
Tab. When you fuck with them, like, put something into it. Don't just be like, all right, well, we're just gonna do a remake. Like I didn't mind the remakes of RoboCop and Total Recall, but they're
completely doing away with that now because they're doing a RoboCop 2. Everything that came after RoboCop, the first one, is completely off. Like it doesn't happen now because the original writer is now coming back and doing a sequel to the original RoboCop.
Well, here's the thing. RoboCop is definitely a movie of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the campiness. If you watch I can't remember his name right now, but he directed Starship Troopers, and what he did with Starship Troopers is a lot what he did with RoboCop, is he threw in that campiness to it, that Cold War paranoia, even though at the time of Starship Troopers came out there wasn't that, but it's just with the remake of RoboCop, there was just like little things I didn't like.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great movie. I thought that it was a little slow paced for what they were trying to do, and the updates they did to it would have worked out pretty good. And they could have brought in elements from the comic books that they had out.
Yeah.
Because the comic books were pretty cool, the Frank Miller books. But like Total Recall was the remake of that was a little more close to
I haven't seen either of those.
The short story, but it was dull.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't eliminate one thing because you want to focus more on another, and it just made it dull. Like they tried to be smart, but they weren't being smart. Like like you seen the original Total Recall, didn't you?
Nope.
No.
Haven't seen either.
Dave, you ever seen the original Total Recall?
I've only
5 seconds, David.
Bits and pieces. I haven't watched it fully. I did watch the remake.
You're done.
Though.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but watch the original, and then we can talk about it. But if you like Philip K. Dick stuff, which
I love Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, so it's like it raises questions.
That's the original writer of that show's coming out on Netflix.
It's already out. It's not on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime.
No, I think you're talking about the wrong show. I'm talking about the show that with
Dreams?
No.
No.
Like, that one looks good too, but the one
Altered
that
Carbon?
Altered Carbon, yeah.
Nope, that's not Philip K. Dick.
It is. It says Philip K. Dick.
Nope.
It says Philip K. Dick when I was.
I read the book. It's Richard Morgan.
They could have swore it was Philip K. Dick, dude.
No, he won the Philip K. Dick Award for the novel.
Maybe that one.
Speaking of Netflix shows, real quick, I sent a link? I should have sent it to you. Mute.
I saw it. It's a movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Duncan
actually.
Jones is awesome.
I'm.
I didn't. No,
Warcraft was hard to watch. It was hard to watch, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it I wanted it to be really good.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm open-minded right now. I'm watching. I was like,
Yeah.
I hate this.
I
don't hate it, but it's
Went in
just
open-minded, and I'm like, I do not like this.
I watched that. I really liked that trailer. I really liked the soundtrack, and
the soundtrack was the coolest part for me, especially towards the last 30 seconds when that.
Yeah, I'm open minded. I want to see it. I'm gonna watch it. I hope
Source
it's good.
Code's good.
I
And so is
did.
Moon.
I haven't seen Source Code.
It's
Unfortunately, I know everything that happens in Source Code.
oh man.
It's fucking good.
I hate it when people ruin movies for me.
Yeah, that happens to me a
People,
lot.
"Oh, just tell me." It's like I don't like to do that.
I don't think anybody's ever ruined a movie for me because I never cared about Sixth Sense. Never. I just don't care.
I actually got to watch that movie, not when it came out. I was really young, but later. I didn't know the twist. So I got to watch that movie full experience.
Yeah.
And it was great.
You seen Ex Machina, Terry?
Love it, man.
Ex Machina is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I can't
one
wait
of
for
my
his new
favorite.
ones. The Annihilation.
Nomination.
Yeah.
I'm curious, but Ex Machina is still. I love her too.
Yeah.
Her's great.
Yeah, I really like her.
I was just thinking about movies now.
I thought you were talking about.
But
I thought you were talking about the girl. I haven't watched her yet.
Her's great.
It really
You watch
is.
that. Spike Jonze is a great
I love
filmmaker.
Spike Jonze.
Yeah, he's great. But also, speaking on remakes, it was actually a good remake.
Yes.
Yes.
But it was. I love it.
What
but the
changes
people
they
who
made
go crazy
sense?
over it kind of annoy me.
What? Yeah. Well, that's going to happen with anything.
Yeah.
But what changes they made sense.
Yeah. Because I've never seen the original, but it just looks boring to me. Like really
In all
boring.
honesty, the only good thing about the original it's really cheesy, is Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry was like it's so corny. It is so cheesy. But man, Tim Curry is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they well, I don't want to ruin anything for anybody because there's a lot of people that saw it in the theater, and when it said Chapter 1, people were like, "There's going to be another."
Yeah.
I knew there was
kinda
gonna be
like,
another one.
"What?"
It had to be.
Are
Alright.
we ready?
I wish it would have been that orgy scene though.
No.
Lucky, I would have
Do
loved
not
it.
need
I would have got really
the
hard.
urgency.
Jesus.
All right, that's not.
Lucky and God damn it, this is the one thing we said we shouldn't never talk about. On.
Exactly.
Lucky and Ruby awaken from the impact of the explosion and see their apartment burning from the fire. William lies on the ground to the left of them and is bleeding. Lucky rushes to his side and checks his pulse. William is dead. Lucky looks toward the sky and screams, "No, God damn it!" He then he then goes to Ruby and checks on her.
Got worse. Ruby is fine. She's bleeding but stable. Lucky was a field medic, so he was able to stop Ruby's bleeding. After carrying Ruby to safety, Lucky decided to go check where the bomb went off and saw someone in dark clothing near the bomb site. Lucky has always had this feeling that someone was following him, so Lucky started running as fast as he can toward the dark-clothed figure.
On the street below the explosion, Officer Martin noticed the dark-clothed figure. "Stop," he yells. The dark-clothed figure pulls out a knife and throws it at Martin.
R.I.P. Martin.
"I'm sorry." "I'm sorry," the clothed figure whispered. Lucky runs around.
Dazed and confused from all... I'm continuing. Dazed and confused from all the commotion, Lucky sees Officer Martin get killed and watches as the dark-clothed figure runs away. Bethany and Meg come up to Lucky and God damn it, and grab his arm, and Lucky turns around quickly, obviously on his toes from everything happening. Meg screams, "Lucky, what happened?" Lucky stands there confused with water slightly in his eyes.
Lucky, shocked, not knowing what to do, pushed Meg away and screamed, "Get off of me!" Meg, not letting go, tried to snap Lucky out of it. Finally, Lucky did snap, falling into Meg's arms, crying, saying, "They killed my brother. Those fuckers killed him." Now getting angry, "I am going to fucking kill Blade and all his maggot followers." Yeah.
You mean his
Tie
faggot
Blade into
followers?
it. Teary.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Not take any drink of my drink.
Let's go, Terry. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Oh, now I have a question for you, Jordan.
The fuck do you want?
I don't know. What is your favorite Broadway musical?
Wow, that's a good question. I've never been to Broadway, but I do plan on going this summer. I want to go see Hamilton. But I mean, I've seen a little bit of. Hold on, guys. I'm thinking. Book of Mormon.
Okay.
I love Book of Mormon. I do love Les Miserables. The film. I haven't seen the Broadway musical. I haven't seen any musical like really big musical.
Oh,
live,
yeah.
unfortunately.
I'm just saying, like, which one are you most excited for? Which one?
Did you most excited for it's probably a tie between Les Mis and Hamilton. I don't know. I love musicals. I think David asked this question because he knows I love musicals. They're my favorite.
Yes, I did.
I don't really care for musicals.
Shut up.
I'm trying to do a musical for my senior project in school, but I don't know how it's gonna go because there's not very many talented people here. Shade. I just threw some shade.
It has been thrown, everyone. Yes, the producer did say that shade has been thrown.
Yeah. What about you, David? What's your favorite musical?
Boy. Well, again, I'm really excited. I really want to see Hamilton. I didn't know that. I do not want to mispronounce his name.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Thank you. I did not know that he was the creator, and I knew him.
He was the original lead actor, composer.
I did not know he did that, and I know him from his little, I guess, cameo in House season 6 when House was in the psych
And he's
ward.
going to be doing the King Killer Chronicles, which you still need to read and
Yes.
get back to me so I can read it.
Yes, so far I really have enjoyed that book. I am not going to give any spoilers away to you, so you don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything.
Exactly. It's really good. Definitely a recommend. David, seal of approval.
He put a thumbs up, everyone.
Yep, I did. I want to see Wicked. I'm attached to.
I like because I watch Glee. Yes, I watch Glee, and I love Glee. They do a song from Wicked on their Gravity, I think it's called. It's very good.
I like The Wizard of Oz. I love that movie, and
It fucking creeps me out.
yeah,
Always has.
I really want to see that. The Book of Mormon, almost exactly all the ones you said. There's probably other ones. There's one. Again, my father and sister got to go see. That's really cool. It's called Drunken Shakespeare. And what it is you have people on stage reenact Shakespeare and they start drinking. And as the show goes on, they get more and more drunk to the point to where it just gets crazy. And I believe they said it was really good and very interesting. And that's something I always wanted to
Kind of off topic,
watch.
but I'm just curious, like, what's your favorite food, David?
Food? Can I just say type of food?
I don't care.
Type of
1 minute,
food?
30 seconds.
Chips. I'm a huge chip fan. If I had to pick a type of chip,
I think that's honestly the saddest answer I've ever heard.
yeah, it really is.
And I know what my answer is going to be, and that's even sadder.
Baked Cheetos are really good. I'm a huge fruit fan. I personally love grapes, apples, oranges, bananas. Love all the basic type of fruit that everyone knows and loves.
I was going to say my favorite is McDonald's, but I realized, no, my favorite's wings.
Wings.
I love me some wings.
I do love me some wings. I love food in general. It's kind of really hard, like movies, to pick like what's your favorite movie of all time. Like I enjoy food. I love eating food, but the food that I will say is my favorite is the ones that I eat constantly.
What about you, Terry? What's your favorite food?
Crab stuffed chicken.
Wow, he went specific. Congratulations, you beat
I
us.
kind of went specific.
Yeah.
I'll go Pizza Fiesta wings then.
Oh boy.
I don't know, because I like BJ's wings too. They're good. 20 seconds.
What? Why though? I mean that's pretty specific. Like where were you when you first tried them, Terry? That you were just like, my God, these are just so good.
My ex
5 seconds.
and I discussed one time like what other foods other than like pizza and burgers. Like I was really specific about things I would eat. Like I'm not trying this, I'm not trying that. You know,
Sound like me.
Real stubborn about things. So
Maybe I am your son.
after her grandparents died, which her grandmother was French Canadian.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
But she had all these Lipton recipes, and she was like, well, here's one. She liked crab meat. She liked crab. I was kind of so-so on it, and she gave it a try to make it. The thing is it's so delicious, but it's time-consuming to make because you have to fry it and bake it.
Oh man, that is a process.
Yeah.
Now I just remembered apple pie. I will fuck up apple pie.
I don't like pie
I
or
like
cake
Dutch
or anything
apple
like
pie.
that.
My
Annie.
son doesn't like cake.
I hate
I don't
cake.
like
I
cake
don't
either.
understand it.
Me?
I'm like, my son.
Me.
My other son. My son Naveed. I'll just say Naveed. All right, that'll just eliminate. Just say Naveed. Then that way
It's just
you
so-
don't
it's-
get confused and think I'm
But
talking about
cake really is just nasty. It's a hereditary thing.
you. Hereditary.
You're adopted.
I know. But no, really, it's not good. I think it's because I had cupcakes when I was in second grade or third grade in class because I brought cupcakes for my birthday, and they made me so sick I threw up in class, and it's always been like a bad thing in my head now.
A lot of times when people don't like something, it's because they've had it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Or they've had too much of it at the wrong time.
My story is Cheez-Its. I hate Cheez-Its. The reason
Fuck out of here.
The reason why is I really enjoy popcorn. So I was making popcorn before I even had Cheez-Its.
I will
burned
fuck up some popcorn.
I burnt the popcorn, ate it, and got this weird taste in my mouth. And then later I ate Cheez-Its. That is what I tasted, was burnt popcorn. So in my head I like tied Cheez-Its with that nasty burnt popcorn.
Do you like goldfish?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because they taste exactly like cheese.
I do not like goldfish. I
Really?
like
I don't think so because
pretzel
I don't like Cheez-Its.
goldfish. Pretzel
I like
goldfish,
goldfish.
though. I like.
By the way, I got in our cabinet and I took some of your Fritos when I was waiting. Fritos, right?
Yeah.
I ate a few of those because I was waiting on my pizza to finish. So I had like 2. I hate Fritos so much.
You guys are about to hear a murder.
Because I ate a couple
ate
Fritos. Oh my gosh.
Why?
No, it's so bland and boring.
Really, I like
most
that.
bland
I
taste.
like that taste.
God.
It varies
So
though.
hard to
It varies. I was in the mood for something with salt, just salt. Now, Terry,
I just want some McDonald's.
what is your story?
Well,
we got to
we got to read over it.
read to it. All right. See how low and unmotivated you can do your no. Goddammit.
Lucky and Ruby waken from the impact of the explosion and see their apartment burning from the fire. William lies on the ground to the left of them and is bleeding. Lucky rushes to his side and checks his pulse. William is dead. Lucky looks toward the sky and screams, "Nah, goddammit." He then goes to Ruby and checks on her.
he didn't say no. He said nah. So,
Nah, man.
nah. Ruby is fine. She's bleeding but stable. Lucky was a field medic, so he's able to stop Ruby's bleeding. After carrying Ruby to safety, Lucky decided to check out where the bomb went off and saw someone in dark clothing near the bomb site. Lucky had a feeling that someone was following him, so Lucky started running as fast as he could toward the dark-clothed figure.
On the street below the explosion, Officer Martin noticed a dark-clothed figure. "Stop," he yelled. The dark-clothed figure pulls out a knife and throws it at Martin, killing him.
R.I.P.
I'm
Martin.
sorry,
R.I.P. Martin.
I'm sorry, the clothed figure whispered. Lucky runs around.
Dazed and confused from all the commotion, Lucky sees Officer Martin get killed, R.I.P. Martin, and watches as the dark-clothed figure runs away. Bethany and Meg come up to Lucky and grab his arm, and Lucky turns around quickly, obviously on his toes from everything happening. Meg screams, "Lucky, what happened?" Lucky stands there confused with water slightly in his eyes.
Lucky, shocked, not knowing what to do, pushed Meg away, screaming, "Get off of me!" Meg, not letting go, tried to snap Lucky out of it. Finally, Lucky did snap, falling into Meg's arms, crying, saying, "They killed my brother. Those fuckers killed him." Now getting angry, "I am going to fucking kill Blade and all his maggot followers."
Blade answers his cell phone. "The fool blew up the wrong building," yelled the voice on the phone. Blade smashes his phone on the desk. The dark figure pulls off their cloak to reveal Ruby's twin sister, Jade.
Yes!
What have I done, she asks herself. Jade didn't know what her actions had just started and how much blood will be spilled due to her screwing.
God damn it, Jade.
God damn it! Fuck you, Terry! God, you are...
You're definitely going to win this writer
you are
award.
definitely winning the writer award.
We need to get actual awards made.
I'm so
headache.
glad you threw an evil twin sister. That is perfect.
She's not evil. Well,
Maybe.
We don't know who's good
Who's
and
the
evil.
evil twin sister?
Oh! There it is!
it literally says, "What have I done?"
Yeah.
I just shit myself, by the way.
That's great. But what if Ruby's the evil twin sister?
We don't know.
You don't know.
That's what people are going to talk about. Who's the evil twin sister?
it's up to you
You've done
guys.
it, Terry.
Yeah.
Well,
You've done it.
We're not going to
This
talk
is
about it because
my
we're not
end
allowed to
of-
talk
We're
about
not allowed to talk
in between
about it.
This
episodes.
is my end of Empire.
Oh, man. Oh, that was good. That was
we
really
got about 6 episodes left.
good. Oh, boy.
7 episodes? 7 episodes left.
Yes.
We need to make episode 7 or 8 completely different than the rest of everything else.
Hey, we can't think
Because of
forward.
Stranger Things and,
Oi,
and
no.
Twin Peaks.
Nah.
Can't think ahead.
Nah. Nah.
So, how's it going, guys?
What are you, Curly?
Did you guys enjoy this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Episode?
I did. Terry
Other than the
fucking
fact
killed it.
that I don't feel well and I
Yeah, I don't feel well
like
either.
I'm very like.
I think we're all
on
kind of
top.
sick. That's why this episode might be less lively.
Yeah, it really feels
I have a
like
fucking
it.
headache.
Yeah, but
I'm exhausted.
I hope to perk up a little. So
Percocet. Take some Percocet. Molly Percocet. Molly. Okay.
now,
I may have taken Percocets before.
Not yet.
no,
No.
no,
No.
no,
I don't want to go yet.
no.
I don't want to go. I want to kiss everyone's mouth and just stay here.
Well, stop it.
All right, I think it's a good way to end it.
Never stop talking.
Here's the end of episode 3. We'll see you next time on episode 4 on the Offhand Tales podcast.
Goodbye.